Something that stuck out to me personally, which was really powerful, was one time I went to go see Barbara Lee speak, and afterwards I asked her, I said, you know, how did you get involved in politics? And she said, well, it's interesting. I was a single mom, and I was going to Mills College in Oakland, and there was this guy named Ron Dellums who was running, and I asked him, how do I get involved with your campaign? And she said that he asked me, well, are you registered to vote? And she told him no, she wasn't even registered to vote. And that's the Barbara Lee I'm talking about. So it's because of this man that Barbara Lee got involved in politics and is the amazing congresswoman that she is, representing us today, the only one to vote against the war in Iraq, the most amazing African-American woman in politics today. So I just want to say that it's an example of the kind of influence that Ron Dellums has had. And we're just really honored that you were able to come here today.
You know, I come from a different generation. And we were the young Turks of the 60s. We were the Mau Maus of the 60s. We were the young people who had the audacity to think we could change the world. And we went out to try to change the world. And if you think about it like this, we were the people who were out there protesting. We were the people out there demanding, let us in, you know, marching up and down. This is my message to you. If 50 years later, you guys are still marching up and down, our lives didn't mean anything. Here's my point. We demanded to get in. You now must assert the right to just walk in. Everybody in here has heard We Shall Overcome, right? It's a beautiful song. We've just been singing it too damn long. Think about that. We shall, at what point do you overcome? You see what I'm saying? That's the point I'm trying to make. Is that in the 60s, we were saying we shall overcome. In the 70s, we saying we shall overcome. 2009, when do we overcome? Your generation has the right to overcome now. So anyway, those are my opening remarks. Everybody relax now, so let me answer some questions. Yes?
My name is Darren. I'm a Cap 7, and I was just curious, how is West Oakland different from when you was growing up compared to now?
He asked me, how is West Oakland different than, you know, when I grew up? Okay. First, I'm going to do the math with you. Don't faint. But I was born in 1935, 73 years ago. Okay? I don't look 73, do I? So I'm coming up in Oakland in the 40s and in the 50s. West Oakland was the major, well, first of all, the transition, just so you know the history. West Oakland, when I was a little kid, West Oakland was a European ethnic community, okay? And that's why St. Patrick's is in West Oakland, because who were the Catholics? The Europeans, okay? So West Oakland was primarily a European community with some, you know, people of color. Because the Europeans, when they came to Northern California, they got off the train at 16th and Wood Street, and they lived there. All right. World War II comes, now this is history. World War II comes, 1941, okay? So then defense industry jobs, building ships and building planes and building tanks. So black folks then made a major move out of the South into the Bay Area to take advantage of these defense jobs, okay? So the white Europeans who lived in West Oakland, they moved out because now, you know, there's a war economy, so they moved out into more affluent parts of Oakland and the Bay Area. And black folks moved in. So overnight, West Oakland became like a southern transplant. Like the cafe on the corner on 10th and Wood that used to be owned by an Italian guy, it became the Busy Bee Cafe that played loud music till 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? So it was a different place. So it turned over. And if you notice, if you watch the evolution of West Oakland, it's the evolution of immigrants into the Bay Area. I mean, into, you know, different groups. As I was growing up, you know, it was a black community. 7th Street was downtown black community, okay? Because he had all these shops. So he had shops in West Oakland, restaurants, barbershop, pool hall, all of that. Pharmacy. There were 2 black pharmacies in West Oakland. There were 2 theaters in West Oakland, the Lincoln Theater on 7th Street, and think about that, okay? And the Peralta Theater on the corner of 14th and Peralta. So in West Oakland, this is when the movies were 10 cents. Folks gave us a quarter, man. I'd go to the movies all day long. Because we could go to the Lincoln Theater, and then you know how you be in the theater so long, the sunlight, you hard to see. Then we go walk a few blocks to the Peralta. The point I'm making is that West Oakland changed in terms of its racial composition. It changed in terms of its economics, all right? Because 7th Street, like I said, was downtown black community, because you could buy clothes, you could buy groceries, all of that. That was West Oakland then. I started at